Hey, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Man, we got another good one for you today. We're gonna take a Boston butt. We're gonna debone it. We're going to basically butterfly it, cut it in half lengthways, turn those two pieces into boneless ribs, and we're gonna cook boneless pork ribs. So, hang tight. All right, well, what we've got here, this is about an 11.5 pound bone-in Boston butt. And the first thing we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna take the bone out. Now, there's several ways to do this, but the easiest way is just start on both sides and follow the bone. Now it's gonna curl back around on the other side back here, but we wanna stay as close to the bone as we can and get all this bone out. Now let me go ahead and knock this out. There's a blue million videos on how to debone a Boston butt, so I'm not gonna bore you with that part. Okay, you see, we got the bone out. Very little meat, we stayed pretty close. We're just gonna throw the bone away, we don't need it. All right, so this is what we've got left. It is opened up some, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this boning knife and we're just gonna go straight through and open him up like this. I'm gonna switch over to the big knife here and we're just gonna slice him down. Now you don't wanna go all the way through here, all right? And we're gonna come back and we're gonna try to stay about that thick all the way across. And there we go. All right, now I'm gonna turn him over, and I'm gonna turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna have to roll him a little bit because this is a little bit long for my cutting board. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna split this into two pieces all the way down. All right, I'm gonna lay this out flat on both sides, and there we go. Now, I'm gonna clean him up just for you and make him look a little more rib-like. Those are gonna be bonus pieces on these ribs. But there we go. We got two boneless piece of ribs. All right, next I'm gonna season them up and I'll bring you back. All right, I'm gonna use a couple of layers. So first thing I'm gonna do, believe it or not, I'm just gonna take regular old yellow mustard. I'm gonna use a binder on these. We dried them down pretty good and I want the seasoning to stick. So I'm just gonna rub this down with some yellow mustard. There we go. All right. First seasoning, we're using, this is All-American SPG. This is Uncle Steve's Shake. I'm gonna put nice little smattering SPG that has such a good flavor, and it's got some big flakes of pepper in it. I really like it. What's next? One of the new ones is also my favorite. This is Texas Cajun. Oh my gosh, it is so good on ribs, pork period, but so many things. This Texas Cajun goes on good. All right, there we go. That's one side. Let's turn him over. Uncle Steve really hit a home run with this Texas Cajun. And I was waiting on an SPG, and I got a good one. All right, you see I got them seasoned up. We're gonna put them on the fire, let me get it ready. And when I take it over there, this will probably hang out maybe 15, 20, 25 minutes. And when we get it ready to load them up, I'll bring you back. All right, we about got our pit barrel up to temp. So let's put these on. Now, remember, however you put these on is how they're gonna cook. They will stay that way. So, let's get these on nice and pretty. It's a little thin right there in the middle, so I'm gonna bunch him up right there. I wanna make sure I got space between it. My little bonus pieces I'm gonna put in here. And let's get the rods in, because you definitely have to use them. Put the top on him, and we're cooking. All right, the Inkbird is telling us we've hit 165. I've checked it, I verified the temp, I like the color, so it's time to wrap. We've been in about an hour and a half. All right, let's wrap this boy up. No bones to stick through. Put him back on. There's the second one. Wrap him up nice and tight. He's going back. There's one, and there's the second bite. Those we're gonna eat. They're small, they're already ready. All right, we're gonna close it back up. We're gonna let it go. I'm gonna put a probe back in it. We're gonna come to about 200 degrees, and then we're gonna check them. When we do, I'll bring you back. All right. 2.5 hours in, actually about 2 hours and 45 minutes. All right, we've been letting this run between 275 and 300 in the pit barrel, and it's telling us that we're around 205, 207 in there, so we're gonna take them off. All right, first one. All right. Feels kind of flexible here. Oh yeah, and it's cooked down. Next, here we go. Now, you hear me say it all the time. If not, go back and watch some of my videos. You get to hear me say it. Carolina boys love our mustard base barbecue sauce. And since this is gonna be ribs, what else are we gonna use on this? But mustard base. All right, all I'm gonna do is just make a little boat. And I'm gonna take him just like this and set him right back on the heat. All right, let's check this one. See what we got here. Oh yeah, again about the same. Now you see some of this has cooked down a lot more than other parts of it. So it's not perfect like a rack of ribs, but oh my goodness, flavor is gonna be phenomenal. All right, there we go. Let's make our little boat. Go back on the heat. All right, well, we've been another half an hour. Let's take them off. Oh my goodness, look at that. There's the second one. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a piece of aluminum foil and cover over the top of both of these. Just tint over the top of it. And I'm gonna let this rest for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna slice it. And when we do, I'll bring you back. Well, we've been about half an hour here. It's time to slice. All right. Got that one off. Now we're gonna slice this. Some of this is a little thicker than ribs, but we're gonna pretend like this is rib thickness. And we're gonna cut this down into rib-sized bites, just like this. Oh my goodness, smells so good. All right, here we go. We've got a good bark on both sides. It's just as tender as it can be. Let's try and see what we got. It's definitely got the rib taste. Oh my goodness, that's good. That's like a good bite of rib there. Well, hey, how about hit the circle on this side if you haven't already? Subscribe. I'll have another video for you over here. Won't cost you a dime. Until next time, hang tight.